Hey guys, it's Vichy123 here, and welcome to the third episode of my West Ham United career mode. Hope you guys are enjoying this transfer window. And last episode, I guys left you with a crucial decision to decide which keeper we're going to sign. You had three choices: Ederson for $12.5 million, Kepa Arrizabalaga for $4.5, and Pickford for $5. But ultimately, the decision is, I'll narrow it down for you, it's not Pickford. So two more decisions: it's either Ederson for $12.5, the most expensive out of all of them, and Arrizabalaga for $4.5. And ultimately, you guys decided to go with Kepa Arrizabalaga. So he signs in $4.5 million, $15,000 a week. Will be a very good backup goalkeeper to us, as Randolph is soon to get sold to Marseille. So very good signing. And I've looked over my squad. You know, it's pretty deep, but I looked at some positions that we could sign. So we'll advance through and I'll talk about them. I think we could use one more winger. You know, I know we have a lot of right-sided wingers, but I think we could definitely use a left-sided one. So I've been looking at them and sent scout reports, as well as looking at some central midfielders as well. But an offer comes in for Parfit Williams. We have a lot of strikers, so let him go on loan for 1 year to Swindon Town, improve his craft. And Blanco's contract he declined, but it doesn't matter as we're not going to be signing him. So now advancing through, last episode you guys also saw our two new transfers, João Cancelo and Daniel Sturridge. As you see, Watford rejecting an offer there, and Randolph, they're staying on that $3.1 million, so we'll accept that. You know, we just got Arrizabalaga in, so we'll let him go for $3.1 million to France, and that's fine with me. So I actually made a second squad as well, if you guys want to take a look. This is like my second squad, maybe for like Europa League fixtures. I'll put in Arrizabalaga, the new keeper, and it looks like a pretty strong squad. You know, definitely some starters could be playing in that game as in that squad as well. But that'll be, you know, a squad you could use for FA Cup games, for Europa League games. So I made that, and then we'll advance on through, and hopefully in the next few days we can get those scout reports for some of our, you know, just reserve players that I'm looking to buy. Alright, so it looks like the first batch of scout reports have come in for some of these players. Some of them are central midfielders, some of them are wingers, so we'll take a look in a second. But overall, I've looked at a lot of players, like 40, you know, like 30, 40 players actually. But Randolph's deal with Marseille has been broken down, which isn't good to see. We'll take a look at a few of these players. You know, some of them, they're 57 overall. I don't think we're going to be signing. So we haven't scouted all of them, obviously, but I'll take a look at some, and then maybe I'll show you guys some good ones if I find any guys that I'm actually intrigued in. So Marco Pshaka here, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He looks like a really good player. I know I've heard of him, I've seen him at Ultimate Team before. He looks like a really pacey player, though he's 76 overall, so I'll send an inquiry to Juventus and see what they say. Also looking at some other players as well. Diose looks alright, and I think I'm just going to send inquiries for most of these players, and then see what the clubs say about them. Alright, let's get into another batch of player training now. As you see, we inserted Cancelo in. Lanzini's already 80 overall, so I think I'm going to switch it up. I forgot who I was going to train. I just need to think for a second. It might have been Arrizabalaga. We're trading Byram and Cancelo. I think, no, it can't be Oxford. Last episode, maybe Maldonado. I heard that this year training, you can't really overtrain your players, and that'll harm their physical stats, so that's good to see. So we'll start by training Maldonado's physical stats, and once, you know, we'll be 16 years old, we can promote him into the side, and he'll be a decent overall for us. But for now, we can just keep on training him until he gets to 16. And now in a few days we should get more of the scout reports, so we'll take a look at those in a second. But an offer comes in here for Tony Martinez. We'll let him go on loan as well to Cheltenham Town. You know, work on his craft, gain some experience, and you know, the lower leagues of England is not the worst thing. So I'll advance on through. Hopefully we can get these scout reports in a few days, and then we can, you know, try to finalize our squad with just one or two more signings. Finally, we've got a lot more of these scout reports here. As you see, a lot of the players now we found, so I'll take a look at most of them, see if I find anyone, and probably for most of the players I'll send inquiries anyways, so I'll show you guys if we see any players that I like. Alvaro Medran looks like a very good player. I know he's just signed from Real Madrid, but he looks like a good player for the future, so maybe we'll look at him. Also, some of these players, you know, like Castillejo, are going to be too high overall for us. They're not they're not going to get into the well, they're not going to be happy. They might get into the team. They might not be too happy about it. So I'll look at some more players, and then we'll advance on maybe into the game against Chelsea. Alright, I think this is the final batch of these squad reports. Some of these players like Mbate Loten, I know have a lot of potential, look very good. So, like, as you see, exciting prospect. Unas looks like a very good player as well, exciting prospect. So look at some of these players as well, and then I think we'll get into the game against Chelsea. Alright, so to start off, I can't inquire for any more players, so I think I'm just going to put in valuation bids for some of these guys. Actually, we have 24 million, I'm surprised. I thought we didn't have that much money. Maybe from shirt sales or something like that. So I'll offer some of these player deals if I think I want to sign them. And some actually inquiries have come back for some of the players I'm looking to sign. Captoon 1.6, and they actually want his valuation bid, but I'm not really too sure to sign him, so we'll hold it off for now. Akekshe, I don't really think I'm gonna sign him. Vilhena, 13 million is too much for me right now. But some of these players like Servi, I could actually offer maybe not 6.5, but we'll offer 4.8 and see what Benfica says. And also Mateus Pereira looks like, both of these guys look like they have very good potential, so I'll offer them the same deals, see what the two Portuguese clubs say. And I think we have a few more inquiries as well. No, we don't. So we have a press conference, and I think that'll be it for transfers for now, and we'll advance into the game against Chelsea. Actually, before we do that, I just looked at the youth staff, because as you saw last episode, I was trying to sign the youth staff into our youth, scouting for our youth players, but I couldn't find any good ones. But now we finally found a Swedish scout here, Nicholas Johnson, so we'll sign him up for 3.4 million, 5-star experience, 5-star judgment. So guys, leave me a comment down below. What country do you want me to scout in? I'll probably scout in England, but if we can find a second scout, then maybe I'll send him to another country. For now, we'll hold off on that. So we'll send this scout out to England, but in the next episode, I'll try to look for another scout that we can find. So if you guys could put in the comments down below what country do you want me to scout to, it would be much appreciated. And now I think finally we can head into this first game of the Premier League season against Chelsea. More inquiries here. I think we still have a few days left until the Chelsea game, so I'm not going to be matching these inquiries just yet. I'll just be offering some low ball deals to start off. But some of these players look really good, like Cerny has some pretty good potential. Now he's a right winger compared to last season. This guy, Adama Traore, looks very good. He has some nice physical stats. He's a more well-rounded player, so just offering some deals. I'm not going to pay too much for these players. 5 million is definitely going to be the max for most of these players, and for now we'll hold off for some of them. This guy looks good too, Bakayoko, very similar to Traore that we just looked at, but I just want a reserve player that we can put into the squad just in case in a Europa League game and any other fixture that we need him in. Also Thomason, he definitely plays better in central midfield role, so I'll offer him a deal, see what Nan says. And I think we just have a few more days until the Chelsea game. Alright, finally, I think this is the last scout reports here finished off. So take a look at these players, and we'll go through the inquiries again, as now offers have come in for Ashley Fletcher. This is a tough decision, because I could loan out Fletcher, but I'm not sure. We have Carroll, Caleri, Zaz. We have 4 strikers, so you know what, I'm gonna loan out Fletcher. I think we're deep enough in the striker position to let him go. And for Middlesbrough to sign Randolph, actually surprising, I'll counter 3.2 million. They have Valdez and Guzan. I'm surprised they really need Randolph, but if they can match 3.2 million, I'll definitely let him go. And offer for Monaco only want 4.3 for Loten, so I'll offer 3.5. He could be a very good signing for us in the future. Could be a great player. Fill in Dimitri, he could be the new Dimitri Payet for us if he develops like Dimitri has in the past few seasons. And for Unas, a little more experienced, 2 years older, but a little higher overall, so we might have to pay a little more for that. And Vada, I'm not really sure to sign him. I think we looked at him in my FIFA 16, one of my series. I forgot which one. But we'll just send in a deal, see what the club says. And now just 3 days left until the game against Chelsea. And we actually have time here, because this game is on Monday, to do one more training session before the next game. This will be important for some of these players. Maybe Cancelo. Nah, Cancelo probably won't move up in overall. But it's good to see these players progress. Maybe Reece Oxford will get something. He actually does. So Reece Oxford and Byram move up in an overall. So Oxford 68, Byram 74, and Cancelo just close to 80. So good training session from the boys. And now I think it's time to get into this game against Chelsea. Before that, though, Sporting have accepted 4.8 for Mateus Pereira, so he could be a very good signing for us. I'll offer him 10K. I realized this year that some of these, younger players don't really want that much in wages, which is good to see, and like 10K for Mateus. But Benfica have countered now for Serbi, but I think I would choose Mateus over him. I think he's a year younger as well, and if they want more money for him, then I think it'd be easy decision who to sign. Also for Kessie, looks like a pretty good player too, and a nice haircut. So we offer Atlanta a deal. And now just one day left until the Chelsea game. As we see, maybe we'll have like one or two more transfer deals. Yes, we do. They want 8.5 for Thomason, so I'll offer 6 my final deal, but I don't think we're going to really be signing him. Probably complain about a squad role too. But Monaco have accepted 4.5 for Bakayoko. I thought it was for Mbappe Lotin, but we're offering him a deal, see what they say. But I'm not really too sure about him. Maybe we could sign him, but we already have a lot of CDMs in the team, so. But here now, let's get into this first game against Chelsea. Huge clash, the London derby, you could say. And heading to Stamford Bridge, it's always going to be a tough match. We'll head into this game. You guys have already seen my starting squad. So look at it again. I think we're on the backup. Yeah, sorry about that. So we're on the first team now. Let's go to the game settings. We're on 6 minutes world class. I'll probably, by the end of September, in the save, I'll probably change this to legendary. So for now, I'll play on world class. I haven't really played too much offline to start off, but it looks like it's gonna be showers tonight. And let's take a look. So let's get into this game against Chelsea. Hopefully you can start off with a good result. I'm not expecting a win, but I want us to play well. So let's head into this game and maybe upset in the first game of the season.
Hi there, everybody. Martin Tyler here, along with Alan Smith. We're back with you, and Premier League football is back with you. We've got the opening game of the season. Chelsea today.
Alright, so we start off the season with a game against Chelsea. It's going to be very difficult, especially at Stamford Bridge. But we want to make our fans proud. This is a London derby after all. And Chelsea obviously have a strong team. Brought in new manager Antonio Conte. So this is going to be a tough match. But we'll take a look at Chelsea's lineup in a second. It looks like David Luiz is playing his first match here. John Obi Mikel's in the side. So actually, I'm kind of surprised some players here are playing. But Daniel Sturridge makes his debut, 32.5 million, transferred from Liverpool. A big sum, but I think he can perform on big occasions, especially as this. Actually, I totally forgot that this is his former club, Chelsea. So looking for some revenge here as we get into this game. As you see, the new presentation, the new Premier League presentation looks pretty nice. I wish they had, like the Premier League scoreboard, not the scoreboard, yeah, scoreboard you could say. But the presentation looks pretty nice, and this will be a tough match. Some very good players in Chelsea's side. Eden Hazard, of course, Diego Costa, and as you see, Antonio Conte's first match in charge, well, first league match in charge of Chelsea. And let's take a look at Chelsea's lineup here. Courtois in goal, Ivanovic, Terry Luiz, and Azpilicueta in the back. Matic, Fabregas, Mikel, Hazard, Costa, and Willian up front. The right side of the defense looks pretty weak, so we may be able to exploit that with Andre Ayew with his pace. Ivanovic and Terry aren't the fastest, so maybe that's our game plan going to this game. And as you see by our lineup, very strong. This is probably going to be my first team lineup, but any position can change if some of these players aren't performing. So let's get into this game against Chelsea. That ref's got a weird haircut, but let's get into it, and hopefully we can perform maybe with a win. Here, Ivanovic on the right-hand side likes to drift out forward a lot, so we may be able to exploit that. Up here, a great ball inside, and a great save by Adrian. We have to try to clear it away, but Costa here now on the right-hand side, and he cleared away for a corner. They just picked through our defense very easily in that chance, but Adrian denied it. Was John Obi Mikel there, put through on goal. Went for the shot. Not the best of shots, but Adrian made a great reaction save, and it goes out for a corner. Yate puts in the tackle, but we give up the first foul of the game. And here now they take it quick, try to find Costa, who holds it up, plays it into Obi Mikel, who plays it into Costa, but a shot goes straight at the keeper, and Adrian parries the way for a corner. He could have probably caught that, but it was probably a pretty powerful shot. Yeah, it kind of was, but he parries it out, and it goes out for a corner kick. Poor tackle from me there. Can't be diving in this game, especially against Diego Costa. He can punish you at any moment, as Diego Costa is still holding possession on the top of the box. Plays it into Azpilicueta, finds Hazard, but a shot goes straight at the keeper, and he gets saved by Adrian. A very end-to-end game so far. A lot of chances for both sides, but that shot wasn't the strongest. It was low, though, so Adrian had to get it away, and eventually goes out for a corner kick. Nice move by Kiyate here. He's a chance to play through Ayu on the left-hand side. Can he beat Willian for pace? He does so. Final chance of the half here as Ayu gets around his defender. He can go through, goes to the shot, and Courtois makes a great save as Thierry clears it away, and that ends off the first half. So a very good chance for us to get a goal there, but a good save by Courtois, and that's how the first half ends. A very end-to-end first half. Both sides can, get a winner here in the second half, so we're just going to have to keep strong defensively as we'll head into the second half. We'll take a look at the match stats as 2 shots, 1 on target for us, 5 and 3 for Chelsea. Possession's been pretty even. Overall, this has been a very even game, so going to the second half, if we just improve it defensively, I think we could hold out for a draw or even a win. Here now Hazard dribbling it out of bounds, and Sturridge here down the right-hand side making his first appearance. I think he's played on the right-hand side the last time since he's been at Chelsea, which is funny. But here Antonio now, new sub, can definitely beat Ivanovic for strength and pace as he dribbles through, he loses the ball out. And now it gets cleared away. Can play through Zaza. Zaza, go for the shot. And he puts it into the back of the net off of the run of play. We haven't played it that well in the second half. But a great ball in from Antonio. Chelsea have been, their heavy touches have really cost them in this match. As another poor touch there from Matic it is. And Fuguli finds Zaza there. Gets around the defender. Finishes it in the right-hand corner. As a good impact from Simone Zaza. I was contemplating whether putting him in or a central midfielder, but Zaza shows me why he should be in the starting lineup maybe, as he puts it past the keeper, makes it 1-0. Now it's time to finish this game off and get the 3 points. And just 2 more minutes where, we're going to park the bus, play like Chelsea used to, I guess. And here the cross comes in. We clear it away, though, a very poor corner. And Zaza here has a chance to pressure the back line. He does. He's dribbling through on goal. Has a chance on the breakaway. He just has to get it past Courtois. Can he? And he does. Simone Zaza gets a double for our team. A second goal. Great pressure as he makes it 2-0. Wow, what pressure by Simone Zaza. Gets the ball off Azpilicueta it was. He dribbles through on goal. Not the best of finishes, but he got it past Courtois. Courtois got a touch on it, but he couldn't direct it away from the net as it goes through into the back of the net. Let's go, Hammers. Great finish by Zaza. Gets the brace in the final minutes of the game, and that wraps up the game for us. Costa there. The cross comes in. Noble gets it away, but it goes out for a throw. And that'll end off the match. So what a great performance. Winning away to Chelsea 2-0. Just great work by Zaza, I said the same thing about Sturridge. He was pressuring the back line. Zaza did there to get his second goal. And the first goal, that was all Antonio. We played very well in this game, put in a lot of hard work and pressuring the defense. Chelsea's defense was very good, but when we were going on the attack, but they gave up stupid mistakes, and that pretty much cost them this game, as we finished the game off with 3 points in the first game of the season. Great way to, start off the season, especially to a rival to Chelsea. Let's take a look at the match facts, as in the second half we played a little better. Chelsea, it was pretty even possession throughout the match, as we had 5 shots, 4 on target. We were really clinical with our chances. Chelsea, put a lot of shots over the bar or wide, and that'll end off the match. So great performance, and great work from the team. As you see the player ratings here, Zaza gets man of the match, obviously, but a lot of players played very well. Antonio came off the bench too, played well. So, one of them or both of them could make their way into the starting lineup. Alright, now as we advance on through, we get some emails in our inbox. Some of the teams have accepted. 3.5 is accepted for Lowton, so I think he's, my main target that I really want to sign as a winger here. So I'll offer him a contract, see what he says. I know he has has a lot of potential, so he could be a good signing. And Middlesbrough bachelor 3.2 million for Darren Randolph, so it looks like he's on his way out. And Monaco accept another deal from us for Adama Traore, so I'll offer him a deal, see what he says. And it could be it could look like we could sign 3 players from Monaco, even though we probably won't be signing all of them. And Ajax rejected an offer from Cerny, but I don't think we're going to be signing him. And 8 million for Mina, I think that's a little too much. As we'll advance on through. Mark Noble thanks us for putting him in the team. Obviously, he's going to make it. He's our captain, and he played a very good match for us. And now some more offers in from Agbana. I had actually a pretty good match, so if they want to sign him, I'll offer 25 million, but I don't think they're going to accept that. And Bordeaux accept 4.5 for Unas here. I'll offer him a deal, see what Bordeaux says. He could be a very good signing as well. As now we advance through. Benfica accept 5.4 for Serbi. So I'll just offer these some players deals. We're not going to accept every single one of them, obviously, but maybe, just as insurance, we can, give them some of these players contracts just in case. Alright, here now advancing on through. I think we'll have time to play this next match against Bournemouth, but I'm not really sure. Bakayoko wants 40 million on his contract, but I'm not actually too sure if we're going to be signing him. I'll give him a contract, see what he says, and then we'll advance on through again. Alright, so here as you see the confirmation, Darren Randolph has been sold, so we brought in Ariza Balaga for his replacement, but that's good to see. Nance want 8.5 for Thomason, which I don't think we're going to accept. Pereira wants a bigger role in the club, so I don't think we're going to sign him. He's not going to be playing off the bench for us, especially, players like Antonio are performing. We still have Gorkan Toure, Fuguli, Ayu, so Adama Traore accepts the deal. I'm not really sure what to do about him. So I'll have a look at some more central, a couple more central midfielders, and I'll make my mind up probably before this game against Bournemouth. As now a transfer offer comes in for Brown here. I let him go to Grimsby Town for the season. Looks like actually a pretty decent player. And West Brom counter 19 million for Agbana, but I'm staying with that 25 million price tag. I'm not moving down because he's been playing pretty well for us. So if they want to sign him, they're going to have to pay the premium fee. As Mbappe Lowton now accept his contract. We have a chance to sign these 2 players from Monaco, but I'll have a look at some other players just in case if I want to sign someone else, and then I'll get back to you guys just in time for this game against Bournemouth. Another central midfielder I've been looking at is Duzzle. He's a English player, so he could be, it's always nice to sign English players, and he could have some pretty nice potential. He definitely, I would like to sign another central midfielder after him. So I'll offer them Makasi, who looks like a pretty bad player, and 450,000. See what Ipswich says. And I'll look at a little more central midfielders before we make our decision. So also I was looking at, we offered a deal for Gnukuri. Also I'll re-offer it in. I'm pretty sure I'll offer 1.5 million. See what Inter says. And really I'm torn between Gnukuri, Traore, and the other guy. I forgot his name. Sorry about that. Kessie. So look at those 3 players, but I think I've made my mind up on which winger to sign. So bring him into the team. Unas is a good player, but he's not really a winger. He's a central attacking midfielder, so I'm going to decline that offer here. They both have, I think, the same potential. I'm not really too sure about it. Serbi, I'm not going to be accepting. And also, I'm going to be signing Lowton just because he's 17 years old as well. So I'm bringing him into the team, 3.5 million. Hopefully he can be a very good deal for us, and that, probably is one of the last signings of this transfer window. So let's get into this game against Bournemouth and hopefully get a second win to this season. Alright, so heading to this match against Bournemouth, we started off the season with a win, and this is our first match at the Olympic Stadium, so hopefully we can get another win in this match. We'll have Bournemouth player in their green kits. You know, their kits look really good every single year. I'm not sure what to do with the squad. Even though Zaza scored 2 goals, I think I'm going to keep him and Antonio off the bench. You know, they were good impact substitutes, so if we need them to get a goal or an assist, we'll bring them off the bench. Obiang, Lanzini, I don't think we're going to bring any other players in. So other than that, let's get into this game against Bournemouth. Hopefully we can get the win and start off the season with another strong performance against Bournemouth here at the London Stadium. Alright, so our first match here at the London Stadium, it's not the nicest of days, again, like last game, but, you know, at least it's not raining here, as the London Stadium just looks really pretty in this weather. The lights are up on for this match, and, you know, after a strong start against Chelsea, I'm feeling really, really confident going to this match against Bournemouth. Bournemouth obviously don't have a stronger side than Chelsea, but it'll still be a difficult match, I know that, but going to this game, made our new signing of Lowton. I kept him in the reserves though, but overall our squad's played very well in the first match. So hopefully in the second match here we can get another win, start off the season strong, and end off the episode with a good performance. But hopefully Dimitri Payet can create something in this match. Wasn't too involved in the first match. He made a few tackles, but overall it's pretty quiet. So hopefully we can get him more involved. But as I said earlier, we have Zaza and Antonio on the bench, but I'm still gonna bring them on if we need a impact off the bench. They might be my super subs of this season. Bring them on, get a few goals. But we bring out the same exact lineup as we did in the last match. So we'll take a look at Bournemouth's lineup in a second. So there you just saw Eddie Howe, and he brings out this team with Boritz in goals, Smith, Francis, Wilson, and Daniels at the back. In the middle they have Archer, Wilshire, and Sermon, and on the wings Fraser and Gradel, and up top Wilson. They haven't really made any new signings, but they still have an alright side. Callum Wilson can cause some trouble. Wilshire, brought to Bournemouth on loan, is always a pretty good player. And then Gradel and I forgot the other player on the wing. Was it Fraser? Can always cause a lot of problems. So this will be a tough match, but I still think we can get the win. Let's go West Ham. Let's get this first win at home in front of our new fans at the London Stadium. And now playing out from the back, it comes to João Cancelo, who plays in 1-2 with Fuguli. He can play back Fuguli here. Good play from the right-sided players, as Fuguli just playing 1-2s with every single player on the pitch. As he gets around to the defender, can play through Sturridge here. A great ball inside. Sturridge can finish it, but a good save by the Polish keeper Boritz, and it goes out for a goal kick. Good passing play from Fuguli there, as he plays the ball inside. I probably could have put more power on that shot. Instead, I tried the finesse, and Boritz saves the shot, and it goes out for a corner kick.
And he is a good player. He's got plenty.
Sturridge with the chance can play Fuguli down the right-hand side to start off this game very brightly, as Fuguli here tried to play it back into Noble. But Fuguli wins it back and play down Ayew on the left-hand side. Ayew go for the shot. As the shot comes in, a good save by Boritz, and Bournemouth clears it away. We've been playing pretty well to start off the game, but Boritz has come out with some nice saves to start off this first half. The defender goes for the cross. Instead, it goes out for a header, and Wilshire regains the ball back as Gradel now has a chance to go on the counterattack. Some of our players haven't dropped back, especially our fullbacks here, as Gradel on the left-hand side can put a cross in, but holding the ball off, the cross comes inside. Noble tries to clear it away, but instead, Sermon with a great chance with the header, but it goes just over the bar. A good chance for Bournemouth there, poor defending, as that was actually Cresswell who tried to get it away. But I think Adrian would have dealt with that. It was straight down the middle of the goal, but it's still 0-0. And that's how the first half ends. So overall, it's been an alright first half. We've probably created the same amount of chances we did in the Chelsea game. So in the second half, we have to be more clinical with our chances. And as you see by the match stats, I think our possession has been alright this match. 3 shots, 2 on target. So hopefully in the second match, if we're not going to get anything in about 67, 70 minutes, I'm definitely going to bring on Antonio and Zaza like in the last match. But overall, we haven't played in the worst of games. So let's get into the second half, create a few more chances, and hopefully get a goal. tackled by Kiate. We have a chance on the break now. Ayu can definitely burn the defenders here, and he can play through Sturridge, but instead he cuts inside, can find Fuguli down the right-hand side here. Fuguli will put a cross into the far post, but instead it comes to Payet, who gets the header, puts it past the keeper, and makes it 1-0. What a finish. Dimitri Payet getting the first goal in the Olympic Stadium. What a header. I was looking for the far post there, but instead the cross comes in. Payet there open. Francis trying to get back, couldn't there. Payet beat him for pace and puts it past the keeper. Good header and good start to the second half. Let's go. Here now, just 5 minutes left, trying to keep this 1-goal lead and get another 3 points in this episode. The cross comes in. It hits the crossbar. Cleared away. Oh, Oxford loses the ball stupidly. They have a chance here, Bournemouth, from Aphobia, but good tackle. Oh, the pass comes inside to Archer. Archer goes to the shot, and a great save by Adrian there, denying Bournemouth in the final seconds of the game. What a great save by Adrian. I don't know what I was doing with Agbana, but the cross came inside. Adrian saved it, and it goes out for a corner. Let's hold on, boys. Come on. Let's get these 3 points. Cross comes in. Grotto with a poor cross, and Antonio clears it away. Pressure the back line, Lanzini, but instead we come out with this win. First game at the Olympic Stadium, the London Stadium, with a win. Great performance by the side. Payet there with the goal. And overall, it's a very good game, end-to-end stuff from both sides. There are a few goal line scrambles from both teams, Barret's and Adrian respectively. But it was a very even game, and going out of it, it was a very good result. We played well defensively, and we come out with a win. So that'll more or less wrap up this episode here, as we made a few signings in this episode. Started off the Premier League season, which is good to see. And maybe we'll take a look at actually a few transfers before we leave, as we'll look at our inbox. An offer in for a new Phil. We'll let him go on loan to Newport County to develop his craft for 1 season. And we've sent a lot of people out on loan this transfer window. But here I have 3 options, 3 central midfielders to sign. I don't think I'm going to sign Bakayoko. He's just too high overall. So I'm going to look at, it's going to probably be Kessie, Traore, and Nakori. So I'll look at some more players. And actually we'll look at some, we'll actually do it in a second. So let's head into some more player trainings. Hopefully some of these players can improve in overall. As you see, Oxford improves in some stats. Cancelo very close to 80 overall. Byram as well, doing well in the training. He'll get a start in this next match, as in the next episode we'll play in the EFL Cup against Reading. We'll advance on through right into that game against Reading. But not for here from West Brom. They're staying with that 19 million, but I'm staying with my 25 million too. So if they want to sign him, they're gonna have to pay 25 for him, and we'll just advance through one more day into this match against Reading, and then we'll take a look at the transfers that have happened so far in the season, as probably in the next episode we'll wrap up the transfer window with deadline day as well. So take a look at the transfers right now, and then we'll take a look at them at the end of the window, as Inter accept 1.5 million for Nakari, so he could be a good signing for us, as we'll offer him 20k, see what he says. So it'll probably be down to you guys to see which central midfielder we sign, as West Brom not going to match the deal for Magbana. Lutton wants to play in next match. We'll probably put him in, definitely. And Duzzle, I think I'm definitely going to sign. So I'll put an offer in for him, see what he says. We'll definitely sign Duzzle, but then you'll have a decision whether to sign one of the 3 central midfielders that we've been going for in this episode. Let's go over the transfers. Let's see the transfer history, who has signed people so far. Asamoah has gone to Juventus, from Spurs to Juventus. I said it wrong twice. Asamoah has gone from Juventus to Spurs. That's a pretty good deal for them. Let's see. Lowton obviously coming in from us. Let's see any other Premier League deals. Lucasen to Leicester City. Maybe it could be a good player from the Eredivisie. Dries Mertens goes to Manchester City. That's a pretty good signing. I don't think they really need him, but it's still a pretty good signing from Napoli. Vecino goes from Fiorentina to Southampton. That's a pretty good deal for Southampton, trying to recoup and re-sign some players after they lost some in the summer window. I forgot the central midfielder they lost, but they definitely lost someone. But I can't seem to think of it right now. Randolph, you guys saw that. Contento. Cerny, eventually the guy we were looking for, goes to Montpellier. That's a pretty good signing for them. Lucas goes for Napoli. That's a pretty weird. That's a pretty different signing. Lucas leaving from PSG. Let's see, Bohan going to Spurs. That's a great signing. Spurs really strengthening their team in the middle of the park, signing Asimo and Bohan there. Bohan for 28 million, so weakening Stoke, who might not look like the best of sides this season. As Caulker goes from QPR to West Brom for 7 million. That's a good signing for them, especially because they wanted to get Ogbonna for 19 million. I definitely would have gone with Caulker over that. And Ante goes to Leicester City. So another center back for Leicester to strengthen, really strengthening that back line. It's not the youngest, so they really want to keep it strong and put some younger players in for the future. Pavard goes to Monaco, probably a replacement for Mbappe Lotin for 3.7 million. Now let's see some other deals. Kingsley goes to Napoli. That's kind of a weird deal. A Scottish player going to Napoli for 2.2 million. Sociata going to Celta Vigo. Let's see some other Premier League deals. Hassan goes to Dortmund. Arrizabalaga, you guys saw that. Nutnik, they got 3 center backs. Leicester, not the most expensive of players, but they signed 3 center backs into their side. This one for 1.8 million. Not really have heard of these players. De Jong goes to Milan. And another Stoke player going to Spurs. Spurs really strengthening this transfer window as Mame Diouf going to Stoke for 8 million, going to Tottenham for 8 million. Really weakening Stoke, and they could, without these players, they could be in the relegation zone this season if they keep selling some of their best players. You guys have seen most of these deals. Romelu goes to Southampton, another central midfield signing for them. Roderick goes to Hull City. I think he's a decent player. I'm not sure though. Patricia goes to Napoli. Napoli really spending in this window. But El Kaddouri leaves from Napoli into Crystal Palace. That's a pretty good signing from Crystal Palace there. And another London club to compete with. Haraguchi, another replacement there from Mbappe Lotin going to AS Monaco. Germain going to Inter. Bayern selling Javi Martinez into Barcelona. So that's kind of a different signing. Javi Martinez obviously used to play for Athletic Bilbao. Lindelof going to Gladbach. We saw that as we tried to sign him earlier in the season. But other than that, that'll round off the transfers in this episode. So I'll take a look at one more thing, and if I can't find another youth scout, then we'll end off the episode there. So as you see, there's actually a 4-star, 5. There's actually 2 of the 4-star experience, 5-star judgment. So we'll sign one of them up. We'll sign Philip Fanning up. That's kind of a weird name. So let me know, guys, in the comments down below, which country do you want me to send him to? Someone in the UK, and Europe, Africa, Asia, the South America, North America. Just let me know in the comments down below which country do you want me to sign. And if no one says anything, I'll just pick my own country out. Maybe it'll be somewhere in South America, as we're already scouting in England. And one more decision for you guys to make is which player should we bring in? So we have 3 central midfielders looking to sign for us. We have Kessie, 1.9 million, 15,000 a week. Adama Traore, 3 million, 25,000 a week. And one more, Gnu Curry, which is, I think, 1.5 million. Yes, it is. So you guys pick in the comments down below which one of these 3 midfielders do you want us to sign, and then we'll sign Duzzle in the next episode as well. But if you guys enjoyed, it would be much appreciated if you left a like and subscribed. Next episode, we'll head into this game against Reading and Manchester City before ending off with the deadline day. And maybe we'll go into this game against Watford. I'm not really too sure. And then that'll start our Europa League journey. And also in the next episode, I'll probably go over a squad report just for you guys to see after the transfer window ended. But other than that, have a good day.